Hey everybody, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me. I am bringing you an Ollie's haul. I want to give you a little bit of, it's going to be in two parts. My daughter and I just recently got back from a trip. You guys have heard me talk about it. We went to the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter in Kentucky. Well, where I live, I crossed the state of Ohio to get there. And along the route, we stopped at several different Ollie's locations. So, no, I did not just go Ollie's hopping in Ohio. We were on a route going across to get to our destination. So I did some on the way and some on the way back. And that's how I'm going to split the hauls up. So get yourself snacks, drinks, whatever. I don't know how long each half is going to be. Some of the Ollie's, I found some really cool stuff. Some of the Ollie's were a little more barren than others. But I'm going to show you what I did find, and I'm going to try and tell you where I found it. No guarantees that this stuff is still there. Like I said, some of it was on the way down, which would have put it, by the time you see this, at a week and a half ago. So I'm not making any promises on what's still there. This is just where it was when I found it. And we start that I went to my own Ollie's in Selins Grove, Pennsylvania before I left. So there's an Ollie's in Selins Grove, and I found a few things there. I went back looking for these because remember I told you I liked this whole idea of just this watercolor paper. So I went back and got some of these, and while I was there, I wanted to see if they had any of those and if they had put any new stuff out. One of the things I've noticed is it seems to be that they're starting to put out sewing and baking stuff. Oh, I know what I need to do. Sorry guys, I need my mouse. I'm gonna zoom for you. Give me just a second. Okay, so let's get started. I got, as I was saying before, it seems like they've started putting out a lot of baking stuff. Just about everyone I went to had a lot of baking stuff, you know, like icing sugars and edible paints and all that kind of stuff. Mine had a few things left. I liked this little ticket stamp I found. I'm starting to see stamps at some of them. I don't necessarily like all of them, but I thought this was kind of cute. So I got that. And then they had this pad of, this is from Recollections, and it was on the dollar counter. I always thought Recollections was a Michaels brand, but I mean, did Joann's sell it too? Maybe, you know, some of you guys who frequented Joann's more often than I. I got 4 of them because they were $1, so I figured, you know, it couldn't hurt. Stacking things out of my way so I can. But they had these little 6x6 pads at the Ollie's in Selins Grove, and there weren't a lot of them left. But I bought 4 of the ones they did have left. I don't know if it's one of each page or it's called Twilight Brunante. I don't know if I'm reading that right. Oh no, it's 2 designs of everything and it starts over. Oh, there is foil. So like those stars are foiled and these flowers are foiled. There's not a lot of foil, but those are foiled. And then I think there's some bugs in here that are foiled. Butterflies or moths. And then these moths. So there's some foiling in here. And so I got 4 of those. And then while I was in there, I also got my daughter some baking things. She got cookie cutters. She also got a planner for school. I got some pins because I've noticed that pins are kind of expensive depending on where you get them. And I just figured, I mean, while they're $1 at Ollie's, I'd go ahead and get some because, you know, they get lost. They get, I don't know. They disappear somehow and you end up, you know, they end up getting lost. Like I lost my one glue pen. I'm actually hoping that those will fit in my glue bottle, but I don't know. And then I got these stickers. I got several of them. Hold on. Get the sheet off of here. There's only one sheet. I can't decide if I think that's worth $1 or not. I mean, to me, this is only a 99-cent sheet of stickers anyway, but I liked them. So I went ahead and got a sheet of those. Oh, actually, I got 3 sheets. So I'm going to put duplicates elsewhere and trash elsewhere. This is what I was talking about with sewing things. So Singer has been, like, their pins were there. There was tons of sewing stuff. So sewing and baking is what I'm seeing coming out now. These patches, these are iron-on patches. I thought they would make, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's glue. They're stuck together with a glue. I guess I'll have to see if I can get that off of there. I thought they would make cool pockets or, you know, just because it's an iron-on surface, but if I don't heat it up, I'm assuming I can glue it down, or I could iron it on. I could sew it onto something. And they all come, it's 4 patches, 2 designs in most of the packaging. So I got 2 packages and they both have this yellow plaid and this arrows or whatever, fletching. So I got those. That's trash. Oh, and they had these. So these ones are glittery. And I thought they would be fun for something, for like a sparkly edition. And it's kind of a, I don't know, it's not like the glitter comes off or anything. It's like glittery fabric. I mean, and I got pink, there's pink and there's this dark. So I thought that was kind of fun. I thought they would be fun to add to projects and stuff for, like I said, pockets or patchwork or whatever. I got these pads because they're kind of generic. They would make fun, like, paper editions, only because they're relatively plain. There's not a lot on them. About the only thing you have to worry about the fact that it's lined. So obviously, let's open one. I mean, it's lined paper, so when you turn it, the lines are obviously sideways. It is white on the back, and it does say notes on it. But the pattern on it is relatively simple, so if you turned it on its side and tucked it into a signature, you know, I thought that would be kind of a cool, because I like sometimes to have different, oh, for Pete's sakes, different sized pages in my signatures. Okay, let me see. Make sure I'm still in. Yes, I am. Oh, they still have this, so I got some more. No, I haven't tested it, but glue is glue. I figured if nothing else, it will at the very least hold paper together. So I got some more bottles of this since it was only $1. I got more pins, and I got another one of these. They still had this there. It's several different ribbons and some baker's twine. And I got another one of this washi tape. This is washi tape that I would probably use. I like this neutral one. Can you see them? Yeah, I like this neutral one. And then this one's like a plaid. And so is that one. And this one's like a stripe. That one's a checker. And then this one's just gold. And then these other two, it's butterflies and flowers. I mean, I'll use them for something. So, and I think I got some of this on my first Ollie's haul. So, oh, and the patches come with a template. So there's a star and a heart and a lightning bolt. And you can use them for stenciling. So I've labeled all the bags. So on our way out, when we got into the state of Ohio, the first place we went was a place called Niles, Ohio. And the selection was okay there. As a matter of fact, I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh, I came all this way and they're not going to have anything. I got this. This is a kit. This is to help soak up water. It's a kit for making your own paper. And I do have decals, and I'm looking forward to trying this. I'm waiting till I can find my old blender. I have an old blender packed away in my garage, and when I dig it out, it's a spare. And I was going to use it for arts and crafts and stuff. So I was going to try making paper. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, we'll give that a shot. And then I got this just because, oh, I know what I got this. So normally, and I didn't even look, but normally, yeah, these are stitched in. So what I wanted to do was cut the stitching on here or pull it or whatever, and then I would have a leaf of notebook paper to sew into signatures. And I mean, so I would sew it back in its middle, and I can always cut it to fit. But I thought it would be kind of cool. Composition notebooks give you the availability to cut this string down the middle here, and then you have a whole ton of notebook paper leaves to sew into signatures. So I got one of these at Ollie's. They had them from, I remember when composition notebooks were 99 cents out in the wild, out in the real world. They probably still are at Walmart, as long as they're not fancy. The black and white ones, the old-fashioned ones. Okay, here is a set of cards that I got. Whenever I find these box cards, I always check them out, because box cards are, if they've got cool designs on them, they're cool to use for all kinds of stuff. It looks like they marked it at $2.99 and decided that was the wrong price, so they marked it at $1.99. I will say this, some of the Ollies I was going to, they've started to like spread the American craft shipments out. So like you have to go over to the stationery aisle and the school supply aisle and the arts and crafts aisle and all that kind of stuff. And you see that they are starting to price things differently. So everything is not just getting thrown on the table and it's $1 anymore. I don't know which direction that one goes. Maybe like that, but I figure you could turn it either way. Oh, I see. The carnation in the middle gives you a direction. I'm just going to pull out one of each design. That one's just polka dots. Love that. Make sure I'm staying in frame. It's the only thing when I zoom in, I lose track of where my frame actually is. Let's see. Happily ever after. Oh, that's nice. I like that one. Small. And I like the fact that they're all blank on the inside. So, I mean, you can do all kinds of things with these. And you can cut them apart. You get 2 cards. I mean, they're great use. Like, if I don't want this, I can decorate the center of this one. But then on the back, and these ones don't even have like a branding label. A lot of them will have something written here in a little, Paper Studio does that, I think, at Hobby Lobby. They write something right here. These ones aren't. They're totally blank on the back. Well, I mean, they're just the design. There's no branding back there. See? No branding. That's pretty. I like that one. Okay. And, sorry, I'm getting in between the envelopes. Oh, and that one. Very simple. I liked them. So, I got a box of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these cards, guys. Because I've found several boxes of cards at different Ollies. Still in Niles. I found some more of the... Oh, I found some stamps. I looked at this one. It was $1. I looked at this one and I said, I think I already have that. This is one of those layered stamps. So you would stamp this in whatever color you want your flower to be. And here's a center. So whatever color you want your center to be. And then you would outline... you would put accent color in with this stamp, and then you would do the outline with this stamp, if that makes sense. And you can produce this. They have the same thing with the leaves. There's a solid, highlights, and then the outline. So you can produce, it's a layered stamping effect. I have not tried it, but I think I have this one, but I wasn't sure, so I just went ahead and bought it since it was only $1. And then I found some more of these calendar pockets. And then, let's see what else. Oh, Heidi Swap stencil. For some reason, it said there were 2 in here. I thought, oh no, 1 piece. Okay. I read something that said there was 2 in there, and when I looked at it, it was 2 of the same thing. And I was like, I'm glad you gave me 2, but charge me half the price and just give me 1 since they're the same. All right. That I say after, you know, I run around buying multiples of everything. Why is that not coming out? Is it stuck? Oh, it is. Okay. It's taped up there. All right, let's just pull the cardboard out then. There. Okay, so that's the stencil. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, and then I got one of these packages of paper. These are all the same page. It says quantity 12, and then it's all this flower design. You can kind of see it through the plastic wrap. See what I'm talking about? So this wasn't $1. It was $2.99, but it was 12 sheets of scrapbook paper. I don't know what that comes out to. That may have been just regular scrapbook paper price. I'd have to divide it out. While I was at that same store, they did have the 25-cent paper, right? And I got this because I really liked it, and I would have gotten more. This is a Paige Evans sheet, and it's a card, a lightweight card, and I really love it, and it's double-sided, and they stuck big orange stickers to the rest of the sheets. These were the only two I found that didn't have stickers on them. I was like, I'm not paying you 25 cents for a piece of cardstock I got to cut a sticker out of. I was so upset. Having said that, I did find some other paper, so let's see what else I found. I found this. This is Bow Bunny. It's called Time and Place. Yes, I realize it's a July calendar, but I figured all these little things over here are cute. You can use it in multiple different ways. It's double-sided, so there's a nice, pretty blue design on the back. I bought what I found. I think there were only, what did I get, 5 sheets of it? I think that was all that was left. And, I mean, I can cut these out and use them as little tickets and stuff, or I can just keep it together and make a little bookmark thingy out of it. I mean, lots of possibilities. And then I found this, and I think I got either 8 or 12. Those were my go-to numbers because they were 25 cents, so I just figured multiples of 4. I don't know how many sheets I got, but I thought this was really cute. It is not double-sided. It's paper. It's not cardstock. It's a heavy paper, but it's not a cardstock. And I just thought these little Rolodex cards all over it were cute. So I bought some of that paper. So I got paper at this particular store. No pads, but I did find paper. Okay. From Niles, I went to Dayton, Ohio. I'm telling you, I went across the state. Dayton was a good location. Okay, so I found lots of cool stuff. Now, it says it's to cover, this is a punch where you punch out this squared off flower shape and then you wrap it around giant brads. I don't know where you get 28 millimeter brads. I'm sure I could order them on Amazon, but I just thought it would be fun to make these little squared off flowers and stick a button in the center of them and decorate stuff with them. I mean, you can punch them out of anything. And let me see. You guys want me to? I never know. You have to let me know. You'll let me know after this episode. I was always on the lookout whenever I went. I was on the lookout for paper pads, and I was on the lookout for like punches and stuff like that. This was the only one I found, I think. So this was the only punch I got. I always pull that off. So I just thought it would be kind of cool to be able to punch them like that. And then you could just use those as decorations. That's kind of cute, right? A little, I don't know, like over-exaggerated asterisk or something. What you're supposed to do is put a brad that is that big in there, and then you wrap these pieces around it. So I suppose you could do that with a piece of chipboard that size, and then you could wrap pieces of scrapbook paper around it. I don't know that I'd go through all that, but there's that, and that's the shape it makes. But it was a punch, and I liked the shape. So while I probably will not use it to make covered brads, I did like the fact that I found it. I gotta make sure I'm reaching in the right bags. What else did I find? This is Dayton, right? I marked all the bags. See that? So that I would know what came from where. They had all kinds of decorated paper clips. So I got a few of each kind because I figured if I stick them in a journal, they'll stay in that journal. So if I want to use them in multiple journals. Okay. But yeah, these ones are almost like those pins or buttons that you used to make. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. They're all kinds of pictures and funny sayings and all kinds of stuff, and you used to pin them on your jackets or your shirts or whatever. That's what those discs are like. And then they're just stuck on these paper clips. So I got some of those, and then I got... Now, again, like with the brads that I showed you in one of the hauls where the little roses were popping off of the brad. I don't know if you remember that. They had little enamel roses on them, and I told you I had seen some that were popping off. I saw some of these paper clips where these gems were coming off of the paper clip. I'm not really sure how, because that's... Oh, maybe the whole silicone piece was coming off. Yeah. Okay. So that's what was happening. It was coming unglued from its... Because the paper clip is down in a piece of silicone, and then the silicone is glued to the back of the gem with not very good glue. So if I want to keep it on there, what I'll probably do is hot glue it. That gem's got a piece of... But anyway, I thought these were cute, like I said, to use in journals. So let's see this last one. These ones are different. They're all by different brands, so I guess they're all made different. Although these feel like, yeah, they have the silicone. Although those don't come off as easy. But that's like a little resin heart or something with glitter in it, which I thought would look cute. Of course, the back, like I said, the back you can see the thing, but I still thought they were cute. So I got some of those. I did get multiples. I don't remember how many. I also found these clips. And as you can see, I got multiples of these as well. My problem after a haul is trying to find places to put all this stuff. Okay, so we got these. Just... small bulldog clips, small, I don't know what these are called. Just clips. They're just called clips on here. Okay. Oh, I found this. I thought this was kind of cool. All right, this was $1. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to be 2 parts. So I'll take you into... We stayed in Florence, Kentucky, and I live in Pennsylvania, so I go across Ohio and into Kentucky, down into Kentucky. Anyway, this has sayings on it like handle with care, special delivery, love letter, happy mail, P.S. I love you, I miss you too from, and then there's like this little heart with the squigglies. So it's a bunch of sayings on one of these rotating ink. Ooh, that's tight. So anyway, I thought that was really cute. So I got one of those. Amy Tangerine. American Crafts. So got that. Oh, I got some. These are foil flakes. They're to put in... This says color pour. So the other thing I'm seeing a lot of at the Ollies that I went to was ready to pour acrylic paint for when you pour paint on canvases and it makes all those bubbly, swirly patterns. These were with that, and it says color pour, which is the brand that does the, pouring, and then you sprinkle these flecks on there. I got them because remember I told you I wanted to do Oh, you can't see that anymore because I zoomed in. But the handmade paper, I thought it would be fun to sprinkle these into the handmade paper. So I got some of these. I think I got more than one. Yeah, there's another one in here. Okay, and then I got this. This is ribbon, and it is, let's see if it's stuck. Yeah, it is. Okay. Actually, it's not ribbon, it's tape. Glitter tape. It's not ribbon. I just noticed it has a backing. So it's glitter tape. So I have a whole roll of glitter. I didn't even know what it was. I thought it was ribbon. If I had known it was tape, I probably would have grabbed more of them. I only grabbed one because I don't need any more ribbon, but yeah, I probably would have used it more if I had known it was tape or got more of them. Okay, and then I found these. These are, they're just tags. So they come with a couple of different ones, two different ones. So they've already got a metal ring in them. And then they're punched at the bottom, and they're just plain white paper. You could stamp on them, you could paint them, you could dye them, you could splatter them, you could glue stuff to them. Oh, no, there's 3 designs. Okay, so then you have this decorative top with the pinked bottom. And then you have this one with the circular lace kind of bottom. Okay, and they all come with, it comes with all this twine. I thought, I mean, I could just take it out of here and use it like baker's twine. So, yeah. I think that's all the new stuff in this, and that might have been, oh no, I got 2 of them. 2 of the glitter tape. Yay me. Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I have any more from, I do. Oh, I have a bunch from Dayton. That's right. Dayton was the good spot. Okay. I got a couple of these. I liked the dress and the little letters. I know it says just married. I don't necessarily know that I will use them for wedding. But you can see they're wedding. It's for making wedding stuff. I got a few of them. I thought they would be fun to play with. You could decorate tags with them. So those. I got some more patches. So they had these ones, and I liked, these are pink and purple. So I'll open one of these. Like I said, the sewing and baking stuff is starting to come out. I hope that doesn't mean they're all done with all the craft stuff, but it might. So pink and purple. And they're just fabric. Oh, I found these. Okay, so these are Heidi Swap, and they are postcards. Well, faux postcards, obviously, but postcards. And let's see what's in them. So you get this package of what looks like stickers. Yeah, these are little faux stamp stickers. I love them. 3 sheets, it looks like. So 12 stamps. They say stamps are for decorative use only because they look very real, except for the dollar value. Okay, so it has those in it, and then it has these postcards in it, which, as you can see, now that I flip this over, do not have a back. Okay, so they didn't do a postcard back on them. So this is what they look like. It's all the they look like the back of a postcard here, and then you can put whatever picture you wanted on the front if you wanted to turn them into a journaling card. I thought that was fun. Okay. All right. What else? Oh, I got these pockets. These are stitched, I think, adhesive based on that backing back there. It's 2 of them. It's a acetate window pocket. That's a thick acetate too. That's a thick one. And then they're stitched around the edges and open at the top. And then yeah, back here, there's a backing. So you peel this away and it sticks. So there's 4 of them in the package. So there's 2 more in there. And I got a bunch of them. Maybe not. Maybe I just got 3. I just got 3 of them. Well, that's 12. That's a dozen pockets. I just thought they were really cool. And then you could decorate up, you know, put some flowers on here or, you know, whatever and decorate them up. So I got those. What else is in this bag? I got these. They're like plastic gemstones. I didn't know if I would use them, but I figured, who knows? Okay, and then back to postcards. I found these. These are postcard books. So as you can see, I grabbed a handful. I think there are 5 here. I mean, craft supplies for $1 you can't beat, so if it was something I liked, I just decided to go ahead and I learned my lesson from my first haul. Remember when I was talking about, oh, I could always go back and get some more? And I went back and there were none there. And these were out of state, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to grab multiples. So these do have postcard backings, all different. That's kind of nice. These are all backed. And then the fronts are fun little travel backgrounds. That's got kind of a brushed gold foil. Oh, I'm glad I did. That says greetings from the airplane. Tickets and stuff from all over the place. I'm glad I bought a couple of these. I think it's only 1 of each card, so, oh, maybe not. Because I think I saw those taxis in the back. But we'll see. Wish you were here. And that is in the front, right? So we might be starting over. Yeah, there's the flowers and the tickets. So it's 2 of each. There's 8 designs because it says there's 16 cards. This is a Maggie Holmes thing. So I got those. And like I said, I got, whoa, bottom of the bag fell out. Like I said, I grabbed 5 of them. And then I found some more Project Life cards, guys. So I grabbed some of those. I grabbed, again, 5 of those. Looks like we got quite a few. Oh, good. Different sizes. I like it when you get the 2 sizes. Okay. So let's see. These ones are all, it looks like these are all gold and white. So gold foil on white cards. Or, oh, okay. I was going to say, or gold foil on blank. Currently watching, making, loving, reading, hearing, planning. Friendship, adventure, sunny, always. I think that's supposed to be a sentence, but I'm not sure. Well, isn't that lovely? And then here's a pattern. See the foil? It's all foil. So all of this is white with gold foil. And then the backs are just blank. So they're white cards with gold foil designs and blank on the back. And I think these ones are all different. I like the flower one. I think that's what caught my eye, was the flower. That's cute with just a little mark on it. But I mean, you could decorate these. These are, enjoy the little things, a little heart, a to-do list. That's just polka dots. You know me and polka dots, guys. Okay, and then this one. I have enough Project Life cards to start my own shop. Ooh, wait, is that double-sided? No, okay. So, sparkle and shine. And then these are the bigger size. Hearts. See, I'm almost out of frame. Striped. And again, this is one of those things where if you don't like, that says today is. If you don't like that, but you want a gold striped card, there you go. You could stick something in the middle there and decorate over it. And that's not big, so that would be easy to decorate over. And I love this. This is a background. You embellish up. Same with that. I like the ones that I got in the one kit that were double-sided. That were like school planning. They look like composition notebook covers and stuff. But yeah, so I got that. I mean, Project Life cards are awesome. They're the perfect size for all kinds of stuff. I don't know if... I don't think so. I think that's too big. Yeah, the card's too big. So we haven't left Dayton yet, guys. Okay, they have these Project Life cards. So this is some of the little... These would probably fit in those pockets with room to spare. This is some of those ones that are for the Instamax cameras. Oh, guys, they're tabbed. I didn't even notice that. They're also foiled. So we got silver foil and gold foil. And kind of a pink foil. I love the little tabs, though. I mean, these just make great cards to stick in pockets. I love the fact that they have little tabs on them. I didn't even notice that. I kind of saw that they were Project Life Instamax cards, so I just grabbed a handful. Because I like them. If I had looked at the back, I would have seen the tabs, but... And I found this. This was off the rack in the middle. I don't think any of them are different. It's just 8 sheets of handmade paper. Now, I only grabbed one of these because I thought, I mean, it's $2. It's only 8 pieces of paper. But they are handmade paper. I mean, it's textured and... All right, so... Yeah, I don't know if you can tell how textured that is and all the little flecks and stuff in it. It's thick, like a card. I haven't gotten a chance to make my own paper yet, so I don't know. It almost looks like somebody sprinkled seeds or something in it. Like poppy seeds. That's what it looks like. But it feels kind of like fabric after you've put maybe Mod Podge or something all over it. It's kind of what it feels like. And yeah, I just got one of those. And then I found these. I got 2 of them. It's 24 cards with envelopes. So there's little envelopes in here, but they're Valentines. So they're very specific. So when you get something, when I'm looking at something that's that specific that I don't necessarily use a lot of, I don't necessarily buy a bunch. I bought 2. I did buy more than one, but I didn't buy a bunch because I'm not necessarily going to use a bunch of Valentine stuff. But I might make a Valentine journal. Who knows? I like the envelopes. Cute. Rounded triangle flap. So, with the little envelopes. That's the card for what's in here. See, it's like you are the sprinkle on my cupcake. Oh, they are cards. They're not... So it's almost like a Project Life card. They're not, they don't open. It looks like there's 2 of each design. Happy day. And they just have the "to from" thing on the back. So they're Valentine cards. You are rad. I like your face. Okay. You and me. The flamingos are cute. You're a gem. Feel the love. Now, if I'm looking at this and I don't like I think this little taped piece of paper is cute. So I might decorate this up and then cover the back if I don't like the picture or the sentiment, or I like that and I want to use it in something, but the sentiment and thing on the back don't go. Then maybe I cover it up. I like you a latte. So, yeah. It says 24 cards, So I'm going to say, yeah, 2 of each design, so 12 designs. But lots of little cards. Yep, speaking of cards, I got these. They're called Magical Forest. They were $1.99, and I thought several of them were really cute. One of them I might have to give to my husband because he jokes with one of his friends about unicorns, so he might have to get one of those. I took these out of here because they're not in the same kind of box as the other ones were, so I just took them out. And then I've got some envelopes with the triangles, which I don't have a lot of, actually. A lot of my envelopes are from Paper Studio, and Paper Studio's envelopes are the straight across kind. So we've got the unicorn, blank card, like that. No branding on the back, like that too. This is a fox and a unicorn in the forest. And here's a bunny that says thank you. I really like these. And then here's the fox. I think he's cute. You are magic. I may cover that up. I don't know. Sometimes I don't necessarily like words on what I'm trying to do. Strawberries. I like the strawberries. I like this kind of watercolor gingham. And here's just some design, like spray. This one just says a little hello. Again, it's got a nice design to it that would be really easy to cover this centerpiece up and have these little stars on the outside. And then you get the back, which is, all of these are designed. Oh no. Okay, so that's just green on the back. That's got the gingham on the back. This is just, oh, that's strawberries go all the way around. And the flowers go all the way around. I'm assuming the fox is just blank on the back. Yeah. So, and then the polka dots go all the way around. It's faint polka dots. Can you see the, so, got those. Okay, I found some paper at this location that I liked. I thought this was really cute. It's double-sided. I think I liked the pink stripe better than the airplanes, but I don't dislike the airplanes. And I do have a few projects that I might be able to use this in with the airplanes. And I think I got, again, this 25-cent paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, normally I do it in 4s, but apparently this time I decided to be different. And then I got that. That's a card. So that's a double-sided light card. This is a paper, and it is not double-sided. But I thought the birds were pretty. So, and I think I got 6 of these too, actually. They would go really cute with this flower pattern. This one with the little flowers, and then the magical forest stuff. Still in Dayton, guys. Like I said, some of the stores are going to be really quick. And then I got this. It's just orange and black plaid. I only got 4 of them. It's a paper and it is not double-sided. But I thought it might be fun with Halloween coming up. Who knows? I might end up using some of it if I get around to Halloween journals. Okay, so I got this stack of paper. Seaworthy. There's 48 sheets. This is printed cardstock. Let me see. I don't know what brand this is. Paper Crafting. It says Hobby Lobby. It was on the 20. It's DCWV. Sorry. It was on the dollar shelf. These were $1 a pad. So we've got cut aparts. There's gold foil. There. That's better. We've got some strips or a striped sheet of paper. It's crabs, shells, and sand dollars. Looks like 2 of each sheet. So I'm assuming that means we're going to get 24 different designs. This is a rope pattern. Well, I like the ship. There's foil on that one. And the anchors are foiled. Then we got a stripe. I like stripes. It's like another, it's like polka dots. This one I like. Crabs, anchors, mermaids, oars, rope knots, ship's wheels, and ships. Okay, this says, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. And that is foiled with a foil frame. I like that saying. That's a ship wheel stripe. And then we just have all the random ships. A salty ocean and a true sea wind set sail for adventure. And then, as you can see, there's foil on that page. And there's foil on that page. I like the sand dollars. And they look like they're stitched. It looks like stitching. A rope stripe. Here's that same rope pattern from earlier, except it's black, white on black. Here's some more cards. Nice big ones. Whales, and it's the white whale. Could do a Moby Dick journal with this. Okay, so that's pretty. I like that. Wow. Okay, blue and gold. It's navy blue. The theme of this thing is blues, golds, creams, that sort of thing. That does not have foil on it. I don't know why I'm tilting it. Anchors. There's lobsters with a foil rope pattern. And then you got these. This is the kind of stuff I have a little more trouble using. Only because, I mean, this is big for a journal. Depends on the size of the journal, obviously, but it's big. And then anchors. And being that it was a pad, I went ahead and bought 4 of them because Lord only knows I don't have any scrapbook paper. I also found these. I'm always on the lookout for a flower that comes apart well. So it's only 4 petals, but if you take it apart and you offset them, you can make a nice little flower out of that. And then, you know, you put your center in there, and I like this size. So I'm always looking for them. Now, florals have become kind of expensive. This was only marked down to $2.79, but it's a bunch. And so I went ahead and got it in this blue color and this color with the, and you can mix and match. I mean, I could do this and this. And then, like I said, you stick something in the center and you've got yourself a decorative little flower. So I got some silk flowers. And you can stack them as high as you want. And I only got the 2 sticks. Now, I told you I was staying in Florence. While I was in Florence, they had, believe it or not, there was a Ollie's right across the street and down from my hotel. I know, right? Like I needed proximity. So I got this package of paper. This was $1. This was on the dollar table. It's fireflies, and it's a quantity of 25 of the same sheet. So it's 12 by 12, and they're paper, not card. 25 not double-sided little fireflies. So I got that. This was in Florence, Kentucky, at the Florence, Kentucky location at the Florence Mall. Maybe those of you who live there would know better. I decided to get some big letter stickers. I got this silver one, and I got this glittery, I think they call this like mermaidy, with the blue-green ombre and then glitter. So I got 2 of those because I thought it would be fun to have them to use for stuff. I got these for nostalgia's sake. I used these when I made my sunflower journal. I found these at, actually this brand, this Sticko brand, I think they also sell at Walmart. Okay, and then I got these. Now we're going to open one of these up because I'm curious. It says remove units from the bag, quantity 3. So I think in each one of these bags, which I think I grabbed 4 of, there are 3 kits. Maybe? Oh no. Let's see. No. 3 different things. Okay, so you have this one. It has rope. These are chalkboard covered chipboard pieces. They're thick. And it comes with rope, I'm assuming, to tie through the holes and hang them with. And then this one is... trying to find the little tear. They covered it up with a sticker. I guess they don't actually want you to open this one. Okay. This is a little chalkboard. Oh, with a stand. Well, I don't know that I would use the stand, but although it looks like little boots. That look like little boots. Anyway, so I guess you put the stand together like this. And then you can stand the chalkboard thingy in it. So that one. And then, look at that. We're already up to an hour and I'm just getting to, this is the last store for this half of the haul. These are cardstock. They're kind of heavy cardstock, and there are 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're black tags with this little embellishment at the bottom and some rope to go with them. I mean, I don't have a lot of black. So whenever I see some of this stuff, I think it's really neat to have. And I did buy at one of these locations chalkboard markers. So I can write on those tags. I'm going to move these out of my way. We're going to move these. Mostly because they're in my way. Okay. I also got, this is glitter glue. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for yet, but who knows? It's got, what do they call them? Lip gloss, which is the pink, crimson, carrot, lemon. And, I mean, I'll see how it goes. Ooh, that looks dried up. They might not be any good. The pink one is like shrunk in and falls away from the bottle when you push on it. So who knows? They might not even be any good. They might have been sitting in the warehouse too long, guys. Okay. And then I got cards. Oh, first I got these. I'm not real sure about these. This is for your Cricut. Maybe somebody who uses their Cricut a lot more often than me, because I have one and I use it hardly ever because I haven't learned how to use it real well. But I want to. I mean, I can cut paper with it, but... Okay, so this is a Cricut insert cards. Okay. Okay, this is like a textured cardstock. And I have it in, these are just cards, and I have it in this mustard yellow, this vibrant pink, and this kind of khaki color. Okay. And it's just it's textured. And then these are textured, but they open. So I guess those are meant to go inside these. And these come in navy blue, this peachy color. These are also textured. And this gray color. See, there's no... It looks to me like they did cutouts on the folded card. And then put one of these cards behind it to see, so you could see it in a different color on the card. And then I guess that gives you a writing spot or something, or just a decorative spot. But So you're supposed to cut out an image on the card with your Cricut, and then you glue this behind it, and it allows you to see the image in whatever color you glue back there. And then that's the picture on here. It's a really tiny picture, but that's what it looks like you do. And then I got a whole bunch of envelopes. It's a nice paperweight envelope, again, pointed or triangular flaps, which, once again, I don't have a lot of because, well, I've got a lot of them now. Okay, and then I got 2 of these. These were $1.99. As you can see, this box isn't in great shape. I really liked the card images. I'm just gonna, we're just gonna, yeah. This box has been smashed. I'll get it. Give me a second. See, that's the way the envelopes are, most of the ones. This is that American Crafts brand. These envelopes are, they're very soft, but they're thin. And this is the straight across I'm talking about. This is what all of Paper Studio's envelopes look like. You can see these were beat up, kind of. Okay, and then these are the cards. I liked some of these designs. I thought this was really cute. Again, these are a light, not as heavy as some of the cards. The backs are not decorated. So we have that design, and we have this design, and we have this design. It just says, I love you, I love you, I love you. I like the splatter and the tape marks and all that. I really like this one with the polka dots and the little flowers. And I did get 2 of these because there were several of these that I really liked the backgrounds, and I thought they would be really useful, like this wood one. I thought they would be really useful, so I bought 2. The wood one does go all the way around. So does the flower one. So some of them do, some of them don't. I didn't check that one. That one does. Okay, and then we have these big flowers. This one does go all the way around. Horses. And they are horses, not unicorns. I mean, unicorns are popular in some stuff, so. And then we have these polka dots on what looks like a faded grid paper almost. I don't know. It's very faded, so I can't. Ooh, look at this one. This one's all like tickets and stuff. That's really cute. And then we have birds, which was the one you saw me do at the beginning. Okay, so more cards. I have a ton of cards now. Okay, what else did I find? All right, last bag, Florence, Kentucky. I did get 2 more coloring books. Lord knows we need more of those. It was another one of these that I did not see before. This was new to me. I liked this botanical paper, and I like these as well. So I just kind of... And then I got this one, which, I don't know. I just thought these designs were fun. It's called Rooms of Wonder. And like it had a picture here. This is like a bedroom with a mirror, and or it's like a makeup room or whatever. It's got the perfume bottles and the mirror and vanity. That's what I was looking for. And then these little guys, if I don't like this big picture, which in that one I do, it's a lock and a key. But if I didn't like it, you could cut these out and use them as little decorations, embellishments. Like I almost wish that was on the back of there, but you know, I mean, there's a little shop, ice cream, planetarium, apothecary, all kinds of stuff. I just thought they were cute. There's a beehive. And then there's just some, I'm assuming that's a stylized aquarium. So all kinds of cute, fun little papers. I don't know, I hadn't seen that one. What we got here? Oh, polka dot paper. That's fun, right? And they're not perfectly circular. I did find, I've never seen this brand before, necessarily, after I just bought this big cutting board. I found these. Now, I wasn't necessarily in the market for a small cutting board. That says 11 right there, and it looks like there's only about a ½ inch left. So this looks like it's like 11.5 by 11.5, which is weird to me. But it almost feels like it's twice as thick as some of the other cutting boards I've used. It is, as you can see, two-sided. It's by this Cut It Up. American Crafts Cut It Up. Ultra thick, so you can make deeper cuts. And I'm going to have to wipe it down because that left a yucky residue on there. So I got this one, and then this one looks like it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 wide and 16, 17 tall. So it's a long one. This one was $3.99, and I think this one was, yeah, this one was $2.99. And I want to say cutting mats are anywhere from $7 or $8 up. So I thought, well, these are extra thick. I've never felt one this thick before. So I said, what the heck? And I got those for, you know, spares, or if I'm leaving my room and I want to go someplace else and cut things up or whatever. And then, guys, I thought this was really cool. I found these, and I bought 2 of them just because they were $1. Oh, I can't get it open. So it's got a carrying case, which I thought was really neat. It's got a cutter. It has 2 glue sticks in it, and it has a pair of scissors with, what do you call it? A little sheath. I know I'm going to stick my finger with this. I want to talk to the packaging gods. Okay. Let's see if I can just... Okay, so we get... It feels like a nylon... Oh, look, and then these are packaged. So you can see the scissors and the little sheath, and then the glue sticks and the cutter. And then this little bag, which I'm assuming the handle is inside. It's a lightweight nylon, that, you know, cheap nylon stuff. And it's got adjustable straps in here for you to slip your cutter under, and then you can lay stuff on top, I guess. And then in here, oh, there's another zipper pouch. And then in here, here's the handle. Here's another thing to put stuff in that fits under here. And then you zip it all up. So you can take your little pouch of stuff anywhere. And this expands pretty good. I mean, yeah. I was looking at, I felt like I had missed a zipper or something. It expands pretty good, so you could probably fit a decent amount in there. Some papers and some cards and some stickers and some glue and, you know, a portable kit. Like, it's got a handle, and then it's got this strap, and it came with all this stuff, and it was $1. This was at the Florence, Kentucky store. So they did, at the time they had boxes of these that I was in there. I was in there, by the time you see this, I was in there a week ago. So if you are in and around Florence and you know where the mall is and you want to go check it out, that's where I got this. So that's going to be it for this half. Florence, Kentucky was where we stayed for the week. We went to the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. It's really cool. If you've never seen it, you should go see it. And I will come back to you with the second half, which was, let's see, how many locations was this? This was 3 locations? And the Selins Grove location. So 4 locations here, and then 4 locations on my way home. So you're going to get 8 ollies, 6 of which were in Ohio. So go refresh your drink and get your snacks and come on back and hunt down the other half of this video, because I'm hoping to get them up in the same day. And I will see you with more stuff that I found at Ollie's. Bye-bye, guys.